Well, welcome to Soren Kane, who is the past chair of ICMCI board and currently the chair of the NSPC. So we'd like to welcome you, Soren, and to ask you to give us an update on the activities of NSPC in this past year.
I'm very happy to speak with you, Dwight and Rima. It was a challenging year, I would say, with all the pandemic evolution and all the change in life that we have suffered. Was not the right or the similar way to do the business as we used to do it. But the Nomination and Succession Planning Committee has a very important role, is to ensure the proper resources for adequate functioning of ICMCI. And this is not only at the level of the board or the chair, as well for the other committees, and in general to develop the structures and bring them the right resources in order to keep our wonderful organization alive. So the committee, which is a committee that traditionally is reporting to the delegates, has the same structure like in the previous year. This is a good advantage because we are used to work together. We introduce a number of internal procedures, and in general, we have the same philosophy. On the other hand, we have a good understanding of the strategy of ICMCI, and we try our best in order to find the right resources. However, it was not easy, as I said, because no direct contact is not easy to find new talents for our organization. And not having the direct contacts, just online contacts, is not always enough to discover and to find the right people to bring as quick as possible and as well as possible close to our organization. So this is how it went. The committee is working well. It's getting a little bit to experience very soon. So most probably in a number of years we are going to need new people for the NSPC, but are most probably the best people I could have in this moment, with a good geographical distribution, with good understanding of our organization, with a long track record and very active in their territories. You can see the names. I'm not going to mention the names, but I want to thank all of them. And of course, I want to thank Dwight, who was not the chair of ICMCI. I was a part of the gang, more or less, in order to develop our work. It's not only about finding people to replace the officers, which this year are only a couple of them, but also to prepare the people for the next years. It's not only for the board, as I said, it's also for the committees and also the people which are really working as volunteers for the benefit of the profession, of the organization and of the profession. At the end of the day, this is the ultimate goal that we have.
That's great. Thank you for that overview. What advice would you have for delegates to prepare for the succession planning for future years?
That's actually the very interesting part of the story, because my feeling is that not all the delegates are really active in discovering, because as we know in other committees, we can have brilliant ideas, we can create a lot of products, and we can offer a lot of wisdom and knowledge to our members, but if they are not reacting and they are not making use of it, it's impossible. We are just a limited number of people. And in order to be successful, we have to use the resources, to leverage our efforts with the resources of IMCs. Here is something that we have to consider better. You know very well that we have started, okay, you have more or less initiated it's a longer story, but we have initiated the assessment of the performance of the board members, and we are continuing with that. Most probably very soon we have to consider, we are looking also at the performance of the IMCs, not in order to evaluate, but to help them to perform better. And most probably we have to have a similar approach in relationship with the delegates. Because from time to time we feel that our messages are not passing over the level of the delegates. We want to speak and to attract not the delegates, because they are there more or less. We need younger people. I'm not saying that delegates are not young, but we need a lot of resources which we can find in the middle of the management consultants, which are the members of our members. And this is a barrier that can be seen in nearly any kind of relationship that we establish with the IMCs. So I think that my advice to the delegates is to get closer, and on the other hand, as we are trying to summon up all the resources around ICMCI, is their role to find the right resources and to bring them, and we'll be very happy to give them something to do, because they need to be recognized as a strong member of the professional community, and we need those people which are willing to do that. So that's my advice. And I'm getting close to my terms in relationship with ICMCI. I have many years, and this is what I have learned. In order to succeed, we have to be as many as possible and to go in the same direction. We cannot do it only by ourselves.
Excellent, thank you. I appreciate that. Your full report is available in the written annual report, which everyone has access to. Thank you, Rima and team, for putting together that excellent report this year. Any closing thoughts for us, particularly around the voting process this year, because I know it's a bit different?
It's something that may become the norm, not necessarily different this year. We are trying we have put actually, Rima and Kuzaima and our colleagues from the IT support have put together a process which is going to be online voting. We have extended the period, it's 1 week, to allow everybody to me, I wanted 1 day, but I said that I'm the bad guy, so leave it for 1 week in order to, but I think it would be very, very good if we prepare well what we have to do, including not only the elections for the voting for members in various in the board, but also for other actions. I think that the online voting may become the norm, not because we have this limitation in travel, which unfortunately seems that are getting longer than we expect and we hope to be shorter. But also we can use this in order to make sure that each of the delegates are really acting as a responsible representative of their professional organization into the worldwide professional organization. So it's going to be 1 week. It's going to be easy. Everybody has received. I have voted. I have tested this voting system. It seems that I'm able to do it. That means everybody should be able to do it. And I'm sure that it's going to work properly. However, there is not a last word, but I'm missing the face-to-face meeting with our members and our friends of the great family, which is the management consulting family. We are saying that we want to be the voice of the profession, and we are becoming step by step the voice of the profession. Without the support of our members and the involvement in all the activities, it is going to be very difficult to achieve our targets. I wish luck to our annual meeting, which is going to be online this year. And on the other hand, I'm sure that we are here to support the profession to go ahead with its economic but social responsibility components, which are really very, very important.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your report and for those words of wisdom. I really appreciate it.
It's more or less a political statement, because we have to pass that to the future.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Soren. I really appreciate your time.